Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of Brad Parker TV. Thanks so much for tuning in and giving the video a watch. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to see more content from me. And also, if you could give the video a like while you're on it. I do also want you guys to put your feedback in the comments box below so I can see what you want to see from me in future videos and what you enjoyed about this video. Now, today we are going to be talking about the most illustrious award in football. The highest accolade an individual could achieve in the game. A competition that has been dominated by two individuals over the past 12 years or so. And actually, in that time, only one other man has been able to win the award. And that is, of course, the Balon d'Or. Now, the 30-man shortlist for the Balon d'Or has recently been released over the past couple of weeks. And what I want to do for you guys is I'm going to pick out my top 10 from that 30. I'm going to go from 10th place up to first place of who I think should be within a shout of winning the competition and why I think that way. Now, of course, these are only my opinions. You may disagree with them, but feel free to put in the comments box below who you think should be in that top 10 and who you think should be winning the Balon d'Or as well. I found it really difficult picking out a top 10 because the list of 30 players that was put forward for that 30-man shortlist, the players were just unbelievable. There's some amazing talent in that list. So how do I pick out a top 10? So what I've actually done is I've based this off not just this year, but the past 2 years. Because let's not forget the Balon d'Or was cancelled last year, so nobody won the award. And there was some players who would have been in with a shout of winning that award last year and maybe have dipped in form this year a little bit compared to what they were doing last year. So I thought it was only fair to look at the last 2 years, and that is how I've come up with my decision. So I'm going to start at number 10. In 10th place, this is a bit of a controversial one. A lot of people will disagree with me for this one. But when I looked at that list of players and I'm looking at a top 10, there is no way that I can leave out this person. And that person, the only Englishman to make my top 10, Spurs legend, England captain, Harry Kane. Now, I say this is a controversial one because Kane's form has dipped a little bit this season. But like I say, I am looking at what Kane has achieved over the past 2 years. Now, I say Spurs legend. A lot of Spurs fans will disagree with me because of what's gone on in the past couple of months. Harry Kane trying to force a move away from Tottenham. But you cannot get away from what he has done for Tottenham in his career over the past 7 or 8 years or so. Harry Kane is an elite level footballer. He is one of, in some people's opinion, the best striker in the world. Now, Harry Kane is easily, for me, in the top 10 best footballers in the world. And that is why I couldn't leave him out of my top 10 for the Balon d'Or. So he has made it in there at number 10. If you have a look at what Kane achieved last season, he scored so many goals. He scored so many crucial goals for Tottenham, and he also set up so many goals as well. Tons and tons of assists for the team because his role did change a little bit last season. Now, since he tried to force his way out of Tottenham, probably for a move to Manchester City, his form has dipped slightly this season. But let's face it, Harry Kane never has a good August anyway. Now, he did recently bag his first goal of the season against Newcastle. So hopefully this is better things to come from Kane and that can kickstart his season. And that for me is why Harry Kane is in the top 10. Now, at number 9th, I have gone with someone who, again, a lot of people might disagree with me on this one. But I think this player has been one of the best in his position over the past year or so. This player was the absolute engine in midfield for his club last season, helping them win their first title in over 10 years. He also played a crucial part in his country getting to the European Championships final and also winning the contest. I am, of course, talking about midfielder Nicolo Barella. Now, not a household name, so a lot of people might disagree with me on this one. But Nicolo Barella, for the reasons that I've just mentioned, I think definitely deserves to be within this conversation of winning the Balon d'Or. I'm not saying he's going to win it. I don't even think realistically, I don't think he's within a shout of winning the Balon d'Or. But in my opinion, he definitely deserves to be up there as one of the best footballers in the world right now. Number 8. This one was a bit painful to put this player this far down the list. And I'll tell you why in a second. This player for me is the greatest player that has ever graced the game. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, it pains me to put him this far down the list, but let's face it, Cristiano Ronaldo's best days are behind him. Now, he's took a massive step going back to Manchester United. You know, you should, if you are a legend at a club like he is at Manchester United, the fans absolutely love Cristiano Ronaldo. You should never go back to that club in most cases. But Cristiano Ronaldo is a man who wants to do the impossible. He wants to prove people wrong. He wants to silence the critics. And that is why he opted for that move to Manchester United. Now, he started off great. He got himself a couple of goals. And what we've seen in recent weeks is he's had to pull his team out of the shit a little bit by scoring some crucial goals like he did against Atalanta when he got that header to help them win the game. But Cristiano Ronaldo isn't the footballer that he was a couple of years ago. And that's why I've got him this far down the list at number 8. Number 8 is still so respectable for a player who is 36 or 37 years old. An elite level footballer. And like I say, for me, the greatest player to ever play the game. Now at number 7, I have gone with another player from the Italian league. A player who really spearheaded his team into winning that league last season for Inter Milan. Now he's not there anymore. He is at Chelsea now after his almost £100 million move in the summer. I am talking about the beast, Romelu Lukaku. Now, no matter what people say about Lukaku, a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people say that he has a poor touch, this and that. Lukaku is a fantastic striker. Now, he might not have gotten off to the best start for Chelsea, but that it's going to take some time. It's going to take some adjusting to the way that Thomas Tuchel plays. Romelu Lukaku is essential for Chelsea. Now, I know they did have a big victory at the weekend against Norwich without Lukaku and without Werner. But Lukaku is going to score goals for Chelsea. He is that man that they need to build the team around. He drives his team forward. He scores crucial goals. He is an elite finisher. Romelu Lukaku needs to be within this conversation of the best player in the world, and that's what the Balon d'Or is. Who is the best player in the world right now? And that's why I've got Romelu Lukaku in 7th place. Number 6. At number 6, I've gone with a player who, if this competition was Young Player of the Year, he would definitely win the competition. But it's not. It's open to anyone. Now, this person is going to win a Balon d'Or. Not this year, but he will win a Balon d'Or. He will win multiple Balon d'Ors because he is that good. Everybody knows how good this player is. I'm talking about Erling Haaland at Borussia Dortmund. Now, the reason Erling Haaland isn't higher up the list is because he hasn't won any trophies with Borussia Dortmund. He hasn't done anything with his country, with Norway. They didn't qualify for the European Championships, and that's why Erling Haaland for me can't quite make it up that list yet. But if you ask me, Erling Haaland is going to be the best striker in the world, and he is going to win more than one Balon d'Or. Erling Haaland is better than Kylian Mbappe. There, I've said it. He is better than Mbappe. We are making it into the top 5, the business end. At number 5, I've gone with a player who he hasn't won trophies this season or last season, I believe. But he has proven to the critics how good he is. It's a striker. He plays in the Spanish league. For Real Madrid, it's Karim Benzema. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can Benzema be in the top 5 for the Balon d'Or? But I really do think that Karim Benzema, he's just become so deadly in the box for Real Madrid. Rewind a couple of seasons when Cristiano Ronaldo was playing for Real Madrid. Karim Benzema's role was different then. He would provide goals for Cristiano Ronaldo. He would get tons and tons of assists for Ronaldo and Bale and the likes. But since Ronaldo's left, Real Madrid have been looking for that talisman. They bought Eden Hazard. Didn't quite work out for him. But he was there all along, Karim Benzema. Now, Karim Benzema has just become an absolute fox in the box. He is just a lethal finisher for Real Madrid. And a player who is around 33, 34 years old. He's scoring so many goals for Real Madrid. They are centering the team around him. Real Madrid don't win without Karim Benzema. And that is why, for me, Karim Benzema makes the top 5. At number 4, I have gone with a player who a lot of people would have higher in the list. But I've only got him in 4th place. Now, 4th place is still respectable. To be the 4th best player in the world this year is something to be admired. But I've put him in 4th place. Now, I've gone with Lionel Messi. I know, 4th place for Messi. But Lionel Messi, similar to Cristiano Ronaldo, is not the player that he was a couple of seasons ago. But Lionel Messi, different to Ronaldo, has been scoring tons and tons of goals for Barcelona last season. Let's not forget he won the Copa America with Argentina. He led his team to his first international trophy. So for that reason, that's why I've put Lionel Messi in 4th place. Now, some people would have him lower in the list, but for me, he has to be up there because what he's achieved with his international side this year. And also the amount of goals that he scored for Barcelona last season when Barcelona aren't the same team that they used to be. Now, he's moved to PSG. He had a bit of a slow start, but he has now started scoring goals. And it does pain me to put Lionel Messi above Cristiano Ronaldo in this list because, I mean, both players are the 2 best players of all time. Ronaldo is my favourite. I would put him at the top. And that's why it pains me to put Lionel Messi a little bit higher. But if we are being honest with ourselves and looking over the last 2 years, Messi deserves to be higher in the list than Ronaldo. On to number 3. Now, number 3 is a player that if you'd asked me a year ago, I wouldn't have had him in this conversation. He probably wouldn't have even been nominated for the Balon d'Or. But this player has done so much for club and country. There is absolutely no way that we can leave him out of this top 10. In fact, a lot of people are tipping this player to win the Balon d'Or. I don't think he deserves to win it, but he should and probably will be in the top 3. I'm talking about defensive midfielder Jorginho for Chelsea and Italy. Like I say, if we were having this conversation about a year ago, Jorginho wouldn't have been in this list. But actually he's made 3rd place because of what he's done over the past year and in the European Championships with his team as well. He won the Champions League with Chelsea and he also won the Euros with Italy in the summer as well. And in both of those competitions, he's been absolutely fantastic. Since Thomas Tuchel arrived at Chelsea in January, Jorginho has gone from being an average defensive midfielder to one of the best defensive midfielders. Now, if you ask me, N'Golo Kante, his partner in midfield, is still the better player. But I've got to look at what Jorginho has achieved in the game. Jorginho did win the European Championships with his club in the summer, and that for me is why he is up there, and I haven't included N'Golo Kante in this list. That's not me saying that N'Golo Kante doesn't deserve to be in this list. This is just my opinion, and for me, N'Golo Kante is the best defensive midfielder in the world, but I'm looking at accolades and I'm looking at achievements, and Jorginho has achieved more than N'Golo Kante this year. Almost there, guys. At number 2, I have put this was a really hard decision. I was really torn on who I think should win the Balon d'Or. It was a real toss-up between 2 and 1. But in 2nd place, I have gone with the player that is on everybody's lips at the minute, that everybody's talking about. He's been referred to as the best player in the world right now. It is the Egyptian king, Mohamed Salah. Now, a lot of people would have put him first, but like I say, this is just my opinion. And of course, I've got to go over what's happened over the past 2 years. Last year, Mohamed Salah won the Premier League. He helped guide Liverpool to their first Premier League title ever. So for that reason, Mohamed Salah needs to be within a shout of the Balon d'Or. But then if we look at what he did last season, scored bags and bags of goals last season. And then this season, wow, nobody can touch Mohamed Salah right now. He is scoring for fun. He is en route to break Jamie Vardy's record of most consecutive goals scored in games in the Premier League. He is, for me, nobody else is going to come close to him with winning the Golden Boot in the Premier League this season. Nobody can seem to touch him. He is just absolutely red hot at the moment. And Mohamed Salah will go down as one of the best wingers or strikers in Premier League history now. It's debatable whether or not he is a winger or a striker because he's really made that right forward role his own. But for me, he goes down and as one of the best ever. And if I was doing a best 11 of the Premier League, he'd probably be in there. Maybe not. Maybe it would be. That's a later video. And that brings me on to number one. Number one. Who do I think should be winning the Balon d'Or this season? I've looked over what happened last year, what's happened this year, and there was only one player. It didn't feel right not to put this person at number one. I think this person was snatched of the Balon d'Or last year. They should have won it. So this year, I feel it's only right that they get it this year because they did after when the Balon d'Or should have happened last year. They've continued that amazing form that they showed. So many goals. I read a stat the other day that was something like since the start of the 17-18 season, this player has scored, I think it was around 200 goals in 4 or 5 seasons or whatever it is. That is unbelievable. We all know who I'm talking about by now. It's the Polish striker that is Robert Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski deserves to win the Balon d'Or. And I think most people would agree with me in that. Let's look at FIFA, for example. I know that's not something to go off, but FIFA, Robert Lewandowski has been given a higher rating than Cristiano Ronaldo in FIFA. And that's because of everything that he's done in the game. Now, Lewandowski has to be one of, if not the favourite to win the Balon d'Or this season. But let's see what happens. So guys, let's have a quick recap of my top 10 for the Balon d'Or this year. At number 10, I had the man that is Harry Kane. At number 9, Nicolo Barella. At number 8 was Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 6 was Erling Haaland. Number 5, Karim Benzema. Number 4 was Lionel Messi. And the top 3 was, in third place was Jorginho. Number 2 was Mohamed Salah. And number 1, my pick for the Balon d'Or this year, Robert Lewandowski. Guys, let me know in the comments if you agree with my top 10, who you would take out, who you would have there instead, who you think should win the Balon d'Or, and if there was anyone missed from the 30-man shortlist that you think should have made it in, and who you would have taken out to replace them as well. Thanks so much for giving it a watch. Please do like this video if you enjoyed it. Also leave your comments and feedback in the comments box below, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe to the channel and come back for more content in future. Thanks so much, guys. This has been Brad Parker TV.